told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now Howell. Out left to Dotson. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And McLaurin, the motion man right. So here we go, 4th down. Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to lock.
And my goodness, another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out? And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And
this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Howell throwing for it. Complete at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To his running back, Swift on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
41 Mike. Check.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we...
And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On first down, Howell. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Rip right. Rip right. Check 41.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Howell winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, 45 yards.
And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Samuel going to go in motion right.
They'll look to throw. It's complete, and he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 79 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd down throw for Howell.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to throw, Howell.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19.